We got this in the Daily Mail. Joe Scarborough defends Donald Trump.
Weasel.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. They say MSNBC host and notorious Trump basher Joe Scarborough stunningly defended the president's bombing of Iran over the weekend, saying Hillary Clinton and several previous presidents would have all done the same. He's not wrong about that. Good Morning Joe host's surprising take came as discourse swirled about Trump's strike on fortified uranium enrichment facilities and blah, blah, blah. We get it. Look, I have no problem saying I called it, but so did everyone else. When Trump launched Tomahawk missile strikes in Syria, the media called them presidential. We knew if Trump launches a strike on Iran, the media is going to scream and clap and cheer. And here they are, or at least here's Joe. And you know what one of the big reasons is? One, they're all deep state warmongers. But their views go up. They can see when there's war. They look at their metrics and they're like, war is good because war scares people. And then people watch the news.
Yep. It's a doom economy.
Oh, I've been attached.
If it bleeds, it leads.
To the news. I've been attached for 48 hours since the bombs dropped. I've been just...
That's the most news Ian's ever listened to.
Taking news and reading news.
Ian doesn't even... when we're talking about news, he plugs his ears.
I did a 2-hour call with these Israelis. It was like it was like Zionist freedom fighters kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I was like, let's just see. Let's go hang out. And they invited me up to talk, and it's like... I've just been in the machine for 48 hours, man.
Yeah.
Because
and they wrote you a check to support them?
Beat me to it.
It's in the mail. They actually invited me to Israel.
It's in the mail.
I was invited
really
to go to
call
Israel.
it shekels.
I have a question, though, because his viewers don't like Trump, probably on MSNBC. So why wouldn't he just take the opposite and just bash Trump and pretend exposure on things that are made up like they always do? Why side with him? It's still news for him to fight it and come out and bash Trump about it.
Because this is the one time for MSNBC, their ratings are probably greater than just the people who hate Trump. And so you've got people tuning in now just looking for news. He wants to capture a new audience. They want to get away from we are the evil Trump is we only hate Trump. We offer no real news. But more importantly, they want to encourage Trump to do more. Trump is a sucker for people kissing his ass. So when Trump turns on Scarborough and sees everybody cheering for him, he's going to be like, yeah. And they're hoping he does more. Because I tell you this, the MSNBC producers are sitting there. I was very crass on X when I posted about it, so I won't do that here. But let's just say they're excited, in a matter of speaking, when they see those numbers. Mm-hmm. When Trump announces a strike, they immediately are just flush red. They're high-fiving. They're whipping out the blow. They're having a good time. Yep. And they tell Joe, this is a good thing. Tell him to do more. Why? Because our ratings are 2X.
I think it's partly because he wants to impress Mika Brzezinski, whose father was Big Nev Brzezinski from the Council on Foreign Relations. So he's just showing off
what did he do?
His warmonger cred for Mika to get her warmed up.
Who did he fund? Pol Pot for Carter.
Oh, did he really?
CIA. They funded Pol Pot. These people love blood.
The whole Morning Joe lineup is all like CFR.
Yeah, dude.
Like all the international bureaucrats that you don't
bad people.
Want.
Pol Pot. Pol Pot. Can you explain?
He was a genocidal maniac who shot a lot of people.
Like the Khmer Rouge was.
He killed 20% of the population of Cambodia.
And they like marched people and had them die on the trail and
all
stuff.
Kinds of
millions.
I don't know if there's any particular
it was horrible
trail of tears or anything, but it was there was 8 million people in the country and he killed 2 million of them.
And you say Mika's father funded this guy?
He was like a Carter guy. I forget what his title was, but they helped fund it to inflate it for some narrative they were spinning. I forget exactly what that was. It's been a while since I read about it, but yeah, he was the guy, her dad. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of crazy things, but that's the one I remember.
Of course, you're not your father, but you're definitely influenced by the person if you grew up with them.
She's in that class, though. If you're talking about the elite class that like is tied into global politics and can't be removed, Mika Brzezinski's in that because it's people like Zbigniew Brzezinski from the Council on Foreign Relations, and it's people like Kissinger and stuff like that had significant, and the Clintons and stuff have significant influence on global affairs.
Did you have something to say?
A random question. I'm trying to understand like your role in this group. Are you regular here? Just because
that's a hilarious question.
Yeah, it is because there's like this dynamic, and then
I'm an animal.
He's the wild card.
My role is the healer. I'm the healer. You ever play role playing games?
Yeah. You always have a different take than everyone else at the table. Just a random.
We think
out of the.
We think he was dropped as a child, but we're still trying to figure it out.
I was always singing as a child. You're like, he's very smart. But he
So they
hums
were-
all the time.
Well, his point is he wouldn't stop, so they kept hitting him, trying to get him.
I did get bullied as a kid. I'm just trying to make up for it now without doing something I regret.
Curious.
Ian's
how you got
great.
here.
I think my role here is to heal the world with internet video, to provide an opportunity for people to speak and be heard,
and to think very highly of himself.
and to subvert the narrative, because I'll say really extreme stuff in a real casual, quick way, and then we just laugh and move on. But I seed it into the consciousness. Like, I want to overthrow. I would love to see the Iranian, this totalitarian
he's
theocracy
pro-war,
gone.
pro-death penalty.
He's somehow like a soft
Really?
hippie, but also
He's talked
possibly a
about
tyrant.
he's talked about how the U.S. should spread democracy to foreign countries.
He wanted Gaza to
I'll
be
lie,
the
too.
51st state.
He wanted Gaza to be the 51st state.
I'm playing the global,
Playing.
like the
First.
the art of war.
Before it was cool.
I really take the art of war seriously. I think that we need to subvert the narrative using
Like
mass
Sun
media.
Tzu's Art of War?
Yeah.
You mean, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, act weak when you're strong. That's why I act like a silly goof on this show so much.
okay.
Yeah, people give you a lot of like problems online, and like they'll see me and be like, "Well, it's up to Ian." I'm like, Ian's the man, and he also like pushes everyone to defend their point by saying something that might sound outlandish to people watching.
I like it, but there
that's a very
seems
good
to be
thing.
no consistency. Like, he just pokes a hole, pokes a hole, and I'm like, I
Awesome,
don't know where
isn't
he
it?
stands on anything.
And holes and ideas. Is, I
consistency.
love doing that.
Yeah, it's
He,
great.
he may
It's
just be nuts.
No consistency, Crossland. That's what
Okay.
we call him around
great.
here.
It's great.
Again, a piggyback.
Sorry to
ride.
derail the whole
When I'm in my
conversation.
house,
I just
I'll be
didn't
thinking,
know.
I think so much, and I'll be thinking about
ya?
ideas, and then I'll poke holes in my own ideas, and I'll picture Tim telling me like, no, and I'll like, what would my friends say? And I like picture having conversations with my fan, and I like, okay, criticize myself. So I do that to him and you when we're talking. I poke holes in
So
you guys.
the joke is, are you familiar at all with Dungeons and Dragons?
A little bit.
So, simple version, when you're in the game, you will roll a 20-sided dice to determine whether you succeed or fail at certain tasks. If you roll a 20, it's called a critical success, and whatever you're doing just works. And if you roll a 1, it's called a critical failure, and whatever you're doing just fails, no matter what your stats are. The joke is that Ian can only either roll a 1 or a 20.
You kept saying 1. That's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So that's why the audience will post, like, there's no middle ground. Ian never says anything that's kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess. It's either, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, or, wow, that's a really great point.
And it's hyperbolic. I can be very middle of the road, but it's boring. I like to make big deals out of stuff. I mean, fuck it, dude. We're on one of the hottest shows on earth right now. Make fun of it. Like, enjoy life. Do good,
I just think he's crazy.
I'm the fool character, that archetype.
Sure.
The fool who, like Benjamin Franklin style, like friend of the king. The
Party
king's
that
like,
hard?
he's no threat. He's just a goof. What do you think though? And the fool will tell him the truth.
Yeah, I don't know.
play that
You've
role.
advocated for intervention and nation building.
Well, I mean,
Well, someone's got to do it, Tim.
depends on.
He's hippie Dick Cheney.
These nations don't build
Like,
themselves.
I used to be just no more war.
Look at South Sudan.
right?
They're in need of some regime change.
Right.
I used to scream no more war. I used to just plainly say we got to end all the wars and stop. And now I realize the nuance of the global power structure. And sometimes you need to attack.
Yeah, the
I mean,
liberal world order needs to maintain its hegemony.
or they
How does that make you feel, Ian?
makes me very nervous because there's going to be a new world order, but it's going to be mostly liberal.
Pinpointed
Real
important part
liberty.
of this dynamic. I'm saying she pinpointed a very important part of this entire dynamic.
Yeah, it
great,
felt
isn't
good,
it?
but then I got like really, overstimulated.
I'm sorry for derailing.
Too much
the show.
sugar.
It's funny because the chat is always ragging on him, but in real life, everyone I meet loves him.
Who gets the loudest applause? At
Oh, yeah,
live
it's Ian.
events? It's Ian.
Yeah.
Like, because we were at Turning Point USA, and Ian walks out, everyone starts screaming as loud as they can, and then as we're leaving the show, Ian turns around and falls off the stage 5 feet and splatters on the ground.
I was totally fine.
Was that on accident?
No,
or on
I
I didn't see
purpose?
the hole.
It was on
He
accident.
bounced
yeah.
right
Oh,
back
because the
up.
way the stage was, it was like a straight path, and then
Yeah.
it split. So Ian was walking backwards and turned to wave and just went straight off.
It was divine providence.
It was loud.
I was like in the moment. I started making YouTube videos in 2006, and I was like, what would Jesus do with this technology? Oh my God. So I was able to clear my mind by being honest on the internet, because once you're honest, you don't get distracted by your secrets, and you don't have secrets anymore to get distracted by, and then you're very aware of your surroundings. So when I fell off the stage,
Dang.
I was like, it was in slow motion, and I could move and land on my
And
foot.
you were okay.
Yeah.
Did everybody see you fall, or just the backstage?
Oh, no,
people
everybody.
said-
The whole
Everybody
place,
loves
everyone
stage.
live streaming, everyone, like millions
Oh
of
my
people.
goodness. Well, yeah.
But when Ian comes out,
Okay.
the crowd goes nuts.
Absolutely.
And I think it's because people largely view him as like a wild card. that his whether intentionally or not, whatever it is he's claiming, like he's saying he's doing it on purpose. I don't know that he is, but it's okay because it's a curveball all the time, and that's kind of the point.
Okay, well, I'm just going to make it. I'm going to make it loud and clear that I think you're fantastic. If you have that big of a following, I do not want to cross you.
My last name's Crossland. I like to listen. Listening is such a powerful tool.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.